It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wildcard Weekend. It's the Commanders and the reigning NFC champs, and it's all up next.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we continue on this Wild Card Sunday. It's the Washington Commanders and the Green Bay Packers. Playoff football has arrived. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, partner, best time of the year. It starts with Super Wild Card Weekend, 3 days, 6 games, and this matchup as good as any of them.
Yeah, and really, it's so funny, Mike. We watch these regular season games all year, and it just seems like there's no way the intensity and the competitive spirit could ever be higher. But there is just something different about playoff football in the NFL. You can feel it in the stadium. You can sense it down on the field in pregame. Both these teams have had this as their #1 goal all year. Make it to the playoffs. Everybody has a shot, and we're about to kick this thing off and get rolling.
Three games decided, 3 more to come this Wild Card Weekend. And off we go on this fine Sunday. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. And they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
After talking to him the other day, it seems like he's really embracing this moment, Mike. I mean, he said something along the lines of playing with the pressure that comes with the playoffs is a privilege, and I couldn't agree more. Not everyone gets the opportunity to play on this stage. So when you have these types of moments, you really have to take advantage of them and just go for it. If the rest of the team can match that mindset, I think they got a good shot today to lead with a win.
Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Dobbs headed in motion. He gets that complete as he hits Reed. He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of this wild card game.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
A run up the middle with Jacobs. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. 2nd down and 3. On the ground, here's the first carry for Marshawn Lloyd. Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. Jamin Davis there to make the play. Here's 3rd and 2. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's got a man. That's Watson. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
On first down, it's Love. And the they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Now Jacobs. And this one blown up. Good surge and drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So on now is John Parker Romo to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Romo's kick is good. And the Packers will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
And even though he's just a rookie, Mike, I think it's safe to say Jaden Daniels, he is one of the most dynamic athletes that we have in the entire NFL at the quarterback position. And on top of that, he's not a one-dimensional player. Yes, he's going to make splash plays with his feet, and he's going to make some highlight reel plays. But he is a quarterback. He can make every throw. He's got great arm talent. If he can continue to find the balance between those two aspects, he's got a chance not to have just success today, but he has a chance to have success for a long time in this league.
And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line. Here's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
The Packers offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Downfield, he's got his receiver Wicks. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. You can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Now give to Jacobs. He'll run right, and he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss. Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
He's got it at the 7, and they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Nathan Landman.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
The Commanders' offense ready for their second possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation, makes them very one-dimensional. So you decide to put the ball in the air deep in your own end zone. That's fine. But the internal clock of the quarterback, it's got to speed up even a little bit more. You cannot hold the ball in this part of the field, and tell you what, he takes the sack, but he's lucky it wasn't a safety.
So after 1 here on Super Wildcard Weekend, it's the Packers on top. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. The Commanders about to send this one away, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Packers offense ready to take over once again. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a 1st down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand. See
the pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So that'll bring up 4th down, and here comes the veteran Bradley Pinion to punt it away. That's going to be out of bounds, no return, and the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The Commanders' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. And they'll mark them down up beyond the 30.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. How about this sequence to start the drive? Back-to-back good gains, 19 for this one. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for Washington. Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Once again, it's Jacobs. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Love. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Now the return, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go play action here with Daniels. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
Third and long, and here's Daniels. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this 1st down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the 1st down marker, sets up 4th down.
And great coverage on special teams. They'll mark it down inside the 5-yard line. The Packers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start from their own 4. Not a lot of room for error back here. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive.
This play right here is just a clear example of just how hard it is to bring this back down, Mike. I mean, he had to break multiple tackles just to get back to the original line of scrimmage. But give credit to the defense. They kept bringing bodies at him, and they're eventually able to get him down for no gain.
He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Here's Love. He'll try to run for it. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Packers set to kick this one away. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Commanders' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot down the field. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line.
They certainly wasted no time trying to take advantage of that great field position, and I love it. So often we see teams either in sudden change or when they have a shorter field to go, they want to strike early. There is such a correlation in the NFL, Mike, between explosive plays and your ability to end drives with points.
A run on 1st and goal. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Backed up to the 3. It's 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes. Ben Sinnott. Touchdown, Commanders. Greg, what a great play called down there, using the size of the tight end. You've been there. That's a really difficult play to pull off.
And I can promise you, Mike, they spend a lot of time all week working on this very play. They go down in the red zone, and they talk through it. They walk through it. He understands he's got that big body tight end. Use all of that space to the outside. Keep the ball away from the defender, and it's the trust knowing that your guy is going to keep those feet in bounds and come down with 6.
Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Packers offense ready to get back to work. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Now Love. To the tight end, Likely. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. "7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Love to throw it on 1st down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way. Every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. He finds Likely, his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. It's the tight end, Kraft, in motion. On 3rd down, they go with Jacobs. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answer.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush, and it will lead to a turnover on downs.
So as an offensive coordinator, you have to have answers for what the defense throws at you. And in this case, your quarterback is sitting back there. He has nowhere to go with the ball on 4th down. He ends up taking the sack, and now your drive is over.
The Commanders' offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Daniels. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Throwing again, Daniels. He'll get this out to his running back. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. 3rd and long. Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. Taking off. He'll try to get there. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd. They'll stop the clock. 24 seconds to go until halftime. Sly's kick is good. And the Commanders going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Packers going to use their final timeout now, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.